Maybe it's just recency bias. I don't know. But it just feels like if she gets out of the laning phase, she's extremely difficult to deal with later on. Especially as for Khan. She's got that big heal with Athene's and her base heal. Gives people that movement speed, and she has her ult, which can just like CC your whole team. So it's really hard to engage onto her. And you can't pick her off.
Let's dance.
I like that mentality, Tiny. I think we're at 0 LP. We might actually get demoted here if we lose this one, so that's going to be a sad day. But all we can do is do the best we can. Speaking of which, now this one's going to have to be a little bit shorter. What is this? Desktop app. It's our auto-filled ADC 44% win rate account, first timing Lucian. It's not ideal. It's pretty good on Olaf. If this guy picks Zoe, if we get Kled and Zoe, we might be able to do it. Well, we didn't get Kled. That was a Recon main cheesy. I don't know. I don't personally think of Recon as a cheese champ. Oh Lord. Got one game on Akali. Line pick. I think this is gonna be a dodge. Now, if you get annoyed by people being late, I got bad news for you about this channel. I guess, but it doesn't have the same level of like hard carry potential that we need. She's got one game on Akali. This guy is having some serious problems this season. This is like can carry, but doesn't have the potential of something like Kled. And this guy's like, he's okay on Olaf. I think I'm gonna take a 3-pointer here. What's up, Black? I mean, I said hi, Kamoy. What's up, X-Men? I know. I mean, I'm probably not going to get Diamond today. If we can just go positive and not get demoted, that'll be good. It'd require me to win like 8 in a row, and I don't even think I have time for 8 games today, because I have another stack of papers I have to grade tonight. Okay, I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Sorry, I hate to bounce on you guys for a second. I'm just going to go ahead and swing by the restroom real quick, and then I'll feed the cat a little bit, and we'll get back in here right when this timer's done. All right. Oh, there we go. Perfect timing. Yeah, when I think about a cheese pick, I think about something that is unusual, so basically like something that's kind of off meta that's very risky. Like Pantheon support or something like that. It definitely has to be something. Cheese is something that is usually very risky and unexpected. That's what I would call, that's how I would define like a cheese champion, a cheese build, a cheese play. Something like, I don't know, everybody sitting in a random bush or something, level 1, and giving up other things. Ward support? I don't think it's good if people are playing against their peers. I mean, I've never seen it, but... I mean, you can lock somebody up for 8 seconds if they don't get Quicksilver Sash. If they don't kill you during that time, but... Teemo would be on the cheese type of side, yeah. I was thinking really like Pantheon. I mean, Teemo actually does kind of scale.
More of a dog person, huh?
Okay, Yee's banned, but they're still going Tarek, huh? Yeah. Oh no. Blind pick Vayne. Depends on how you're defining high, Kavi. I was D3 in the preseason, up to D3. I spent most of the preseason in D4. Yeah, I mean, if you mean challenger, no. If you mean the top, like, 2% of players, yes. Nami's not banned. We could go for Nami. Just go for Lulu, maybe.
Pleased to meet you.
No. I mean, that's what I've gotten to. D3. Oh. What? Like Tarek Jungle? Or... Tarek Top? Something weird. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I hear you, man. It's all good. I mean, you could check it out and see what you think. You know, for a while. Like, I haven't gotten a challenge or anything like that. Let me change my black screen out here. It does that on the first game. But I try to answer as many questions as I can, you know, while I'm playing. And I think, you know, I am a college educator. I am an actual professor of sorts. I'm an adjunct. But, so I do have a background in education, so I try to explain things in ways that people can understand and implement. And I try to, you know, answer as many questions as I can and explain a lot of the plays that I'm doing within reason that I can as well.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Funnel Skarner comp? I guess? I don't know.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being silver 4, honestly. Like, that's about... I think the average player is... like, silver is the average rank, so... like, it's not... I don't know how that worked.
Minions have spawned.
I did get a lot of charges, that's good. And 45 gold for her flash. Ooh. If we had, if Talon and Mord were there, we may have been able to hard commit to that. We just don't have a lot of CC early. If Vayne had taken Condemn or something funky, if she had taken Condemn and, like, hid right here, and then when Tarek tried to come in this way, she, like, pinned him, we maybe could have made a play like that. Like, there's a way we could have made it work, but it wasn't a very good probability, because they had 5 people and we had 3, so... We could have just walked out, like, when I got that stun, and then Vayne committed. 1 or 2 of them flashed, too. Tarek did. Yeah. Don't fight him level 1, Vayne. It's Rakan Zaya, man. You're Vayne. It's like literally the most dangerous level 1 team comp bottom. Well, might be going down. I took Q level 1 to slow them all so they couldn't get on the Vayne level 1, and then they got her anyways. At least Zaya's missing a lot of CS, I guess. What can we do? I mean, we could maybe pressure and try to get the scuttle. I guess she just wants to freeze. It's pushing towards them anyways. So I guess we can go for a slow push here, and then once it crashes... Oh, they're trying to bait us. Okay. Once it crashes into the tower... Maybe not then. Looks like Rakan probably back, the way she's acting, or it's a bait. I still have my sum, so I'm gonna posture aggressively here. It's okay if we're a little behind, like we do not want to give up kills. Fuck. I should have flashed his initial W there. Evaded pretty well. Yeah, we gotta stop giving up kills though. I could have flashed it. Vayne could have also condemned him out of his W. You better believe if Vayne was on the enemy team and I tried something like that, she would condemn me. I could have also maybe polyed him. I'm not sure if it would have... No, actually I don't have poly. I went for 2 points in shield for more harass. Yeah, it's like a... It is. It's a funnel comp for Skarner. Because this Varus has a relic shield. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can get a random, like, anything that can win in some circumstances, but as far as, like, Mord support goes, but I still don't think for most people it's going to be a good idea. You just actually can't do anything. It's just like so worthless. I don't know. I just don't like champs that are like that bad. Like Rakan's not amazing in lane, but he's like serviceable. Like Vayne is actually like insanely bad early on. I gotta watch out for those feathers. She's gonna recall them and probably kill me. Okay, they fell off. I did a lot of damage. I guess he's maxing Q. Okay, it's gonna push into them. Guess we're staying similar in you hate playing against Vayne. I do not. I love it. I mean, you can lose to her, but I would rather play against Vayne than like 5 or 6 other AD carries. I mean, do I hate playing against a Vayne that's like 10-0 at 10 minutes? Sure, but like most of the time, I'd rather play against Vayne than a lot of stuff out there. Senna, Felios, Misfortune, Lucian, Draven. I know, dude. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up like, I don't know, 200 gold in farm for maybe a chance to stop their back. It probably wasn't 200, but even 100 and all that, it's like half a level of experience on the tower. I mean, sometimes Vayne pops off, but like, she's so terrible. Like, the only champ that's worse than she is in lane is probably Ezreal. Most of the time. And like, yeah, she's a good duelist to some extent, but she has no team fight hardly, unless she's just absurdly fed. Okay, there we go. That's what we needed. Just overcommitted. Okay, so they basically entered under our tower. Now, if we get out of laning phase, though, like, once she gets Blazer and King and I get Ardent Censored, then we might be able to beat him. Like, that's why I played Lulu's, because I was like, okay. Well, I thought we were against Tarek. If I would have known we were against Rakan, I would have picked probably Nami or something that was a little bit more... a little bit stronger in the early game. I mean, Lulu's like, okay. But I thought we were going to have a free lane against Tarek. I should have known, like, nobody plays honest Tarek. They don't need a mini like what they need to do with Yi is take away his true damage. Same thing they need to do with most champions that are OP a lot of times. Is just get true damage out of the game. Like it's not a good idea. Just do percentage max health. Like true damage is too good against tanks and squishies. If his stuff did physical damage instead of true damage, and you could actually build armor against him, they need to just get rid of his armor, or get rid of his true damage. Make him more vulnerable to armor, and just like tinker with one other thing. Like maybe he's not immune to cripples. He's immune to slows, but not cripples. So that Frozen Heart works on his attack speed or something. I don't know. Maybe Carlos, man. I mean, the thing, I really don't want to get demoted, man. I would like to get to Diamond. I mean, I can play it on the Smurf account. If I get demoted here this game, I guess we can just go ahead and get it out of the way. Thanks, man. I mean, I do want to play it. I really wish you'd let me play it on the Smurf or like in a normal game or something. But I mean, those were the terms that I signed up for. So I mean, we can play. If you really want to see it, whenever you want to see it, we can do it. But it's all good.
Turret plating will soon fall.
They're gonna get this tower if we back, but okay. I mean, I've got Ardent, but yeah, we're just gonna have to get that up. Oh. It's just too strong. Nah. Probably go for Shirelius next. Vayne's dead again, that's weird. They need to just make the cool champions actually viable. A lot of time, like people just love playing Vayne's. They just need to figure out a way to make her viable because people just want to play her because they like vampire hunters.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Just they need to lower the cooldown on her condemn and the mana cost. It costs so much mana. Even if they need to like lower her like scaling, lower her damage on her W, just give like make her condemn like a 10-second cooldown or something. Like, where's our mid laner? We send 3 people top. Like, we just sent 3 people top and traded a tower just to... They just need to give her early game. Like, just give her more tools to, like, displace people. Hey, what's up, Sammy? Yeah, they just need to make her condemn, like, where she can do it more. 10-second cooldown. There she goes. She actually condemned that time. Good job. Can't do Baron, unfortunately. The fuck? Okay. I guess he does max boomerang first, typically. No, Skarner's not a thing. I did it, like... There's a very small window of time at the end of Season 7 where I tried it out. But that was because there weren't as many supports around. The game was just very different back then. But it wasn't even, like, that mainstream. Okay, we're starting to turn the corner here now. Vayne's got her Bork. Shut down the Skarner a couple of times. Should have polymorphed the Rakan before he W'd. I don't know, polying the Gnar was pretty good too. It's not really, I mean, the team fight's good, but being able to reposition is more important, I think. With Shurelya's. Shurelya's in general is just a stronger item right now than Redemption. Like, when they run in with Skarner and, like, a Terrical, it's gonna let us kite the Taric a lot easier. Or, like, the Skarner. Well, at the time I played him because he had a really fast, like, grab against a very heavy melee assassin comp instead of Janna, because they were killing people too fast for Janna. At that time with, like, Rengar and things like that, so... Talons just end up being so worthless. I don't know. I really don't like Talon mid lane. I mean, like, he can be good. Like, he has an alright win rate, I guess, but it's just like, he's so risky. Like, he's just almost literally does stone cold nothing if he doesn't one-shot you. I like Zed a lot more. At least Zed's, like, more mobile. Holy shit! Why can't I move? He didn't even ult me. Dude, the CC layering was insane right there. Oh my god. So they all just like had full priority over Baron and decided to go sit in that one bush. Okay. Alright, we gotta get it together. I guess I should have warded it. You can't always rule out the cheese. I should have at least thrown a Q in the bush. I thought there's no way they're sitting in that bush. Yeah, that seems like an end. I don't... Like, why didn't he just run away? esoteric. Like, he could have just gone invisible and run out of there. I don't understand why we stayed on that. Okay, never mind. We had a chance, but we just... I don't know what's happening while we're not killing anybody. How does Gnar live right there? Like, both of them are all over him right here. 1v2. Well, it tends to happen when you have Tiamat plus Kindle Gem on Talon.
That squirrel looks familiar.
When will I bring Janna back? When I think she's better than other picks in a given team comp. I mean, I don't just like plan out like, okay, you know what? It's May. I think it's time for me to start playing Janna again. You know, like, I just play whatever I think is going to give me the best chance to win the game.
A solid jiggle to do the trick.
Like, I don't have a schedule of champs that I play, you know, so I can't really answer that question. It's just, I play her sometimes into like Zach, but just depends. I mean, she has like a decent win rate right now. I just feel like you just giving up too much control, and people still aren't like, don't play enough engaged. You see what happens like in this game? I mean, like, I'm trying to give this Vayne as much scaling as I possibly can, right? Like that last fight, I had the speed up on her, I had the shield on her, I had everything on her, and she just like doesn't even auto. Like right here, I did not auto them like literally a single time when they're all over our Vi right there. Like literally stood still. And that's why I've stopped playing enchanters, because like ADCs are still in an awful state right now. Most ADCs. Like, you have to actually be really, really good. They're not like right click, you know, like they have been in the past. But that's why I typically don't play Janna and Lulu like that often, because it's like I'm picking probably the best like buffer for Vayne, but I can't make her auto attack, you know? I can't make her not die. Well, I can kind of make her not die, but I mean, that's a lot of times why I play Rakan, is because he plays so well around other lanes. Because usually it's the jungle or the mid laner that determines the games. Yeah, but he didn't R Alistair. Like I said, he didn't ult that. If you're talking about that time when I got chain stunned, and I was wondering what the hell kept me chained up for 3.5 seconds. Because he didn't ult. But they just had like really good layering on all their stuff. She's got all this extra attack speed, but it doesn't matter if you never attack. And she's even got a Quicksilver Sash, you know, like. Just missing so many autos. She didn't use her Quicksilver Sash there. Yeah, it's not on cooldown. Get in there and auto Vayne. knocked him to safety. Did she use it? Okay, maybe it's bugged. I didn't see her use it on the ult. Maybe she used it on something else earlier.
An enemy is legendary. Shut down.
Vlad can be a good ADC replacement. It depends on your comp. Yeah, he does have more burst, but like... I mean, he was literally, like, it was Vlad Cassio, basically, back in the summer when they were playing, like, non-ADC stuff. He's certainly one of the better mages. It's like Vlad, Cassio, Syndra, maybe. I mean, I've tried it on this account. It's okay. But my support's better at this elo range. I think I'm like 50-50 or something on Cassio with not a huge sample size. Auto, dude. Like, what's the point in getting Quicksilver Sash? Why are we even inting over this?
An ally has been slain. An enemy is unstoppable.
It's a water dragon. It's the third water dragon. Like, why are we... I mean, we might actually lose the game over that. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Alistair. As per usual, we disagree. Talia is a possibility. Well, let's just go ahead and... Vi was trying, I guess. Well, I guess they're giving us one. They're giving us one loss here. Yeah, I mean, Talon, I don't know, man. Every time I see him, hardly, he's just really bad. Even if he gets, like, far ahead early on, half the time they just goof around and feed a couple of kills, and then it's just like, you just lose. Like, if you don't actually kill them in one rotation, he doesn't do anything. Like, he doesn't have any slows, any CC. Like, I mean, he does have, like, the mobility with his, you know, wall jumping and things like that. I just feel like if you're going to play something like Talon, like, Kiana is just way better, and even Zed. Like, I'd rather have Zed. Zed at least, like, can put out pretty good damage without his ult, and he's got, like, more movement and, like, better positioning. Like, he's got more outplay potential. Yeah, I mean, it's why it just has to kind of be Rakan every game. A lot of times, because, you know, in theory, on paper, that should have been pretty good. Now, they did switch it up on us. I mean, it's a 57% win rate Vayne. Diamond 4, 57%. Godlike Vayne. Top 1,000 world Vayne right there. Godlike Talon. Top 1,000 world Talon. 60%. think it's just like the last couple of days, it's just literally everyone's had their worst game of the year, pretty much, it feels like, in my games. No, but there are a lot of assassins that do other things, I feel like, than Talon. Because he only has one evasion. Like, even if you go in and you kill the backline, you're probably going to die, right? It's probably going to be a 1-for-1. Because he can't get out. Like, I guess if they're standing right next to a wall and you kill them and then you jump the wall to get away. But, I don't know. It just feels like, you know, Kiana definitely feels better. Something like Diana, I think, is a lot stronger. Echo can be stronger. Now, those aren't like clean-cut, like always assassins, but they do enough damage to one-shot people if they get fed, but they also do other things. Kiana, I mentioned before, she's got that root, basically point-click root. She has that ult that can push a bunch of people into team fights so she can actually, or push people into walls so she can actually team fight a little bit better. Even something like Fizz, you know, can go untargetable and get around certain things, like a Vagar Cage or just like these point-click type of abilities. Katarina gets resets. I don't know. I just feel like that. I just don't like Talon. Maybe I'm just like irrationally just don't like Talon, or I'm just remembering like bad Talons. But if you do, like, he does have the ability to, he does have the ability to kill people really early in the lane if you're very good on him. So he can apply pressure without his ult. So that's a thing. You know, I think he can kill people level 2. Of course they fucking first pick Kassadin. We'll see. If they... I'm probably going to dodge this. Why can't we just get a real ADC? I'm trying not to get salty, man. I just really don't want to be demoted, and I feel like... Of these losses, I think we've had like 1 or 2 games that were like... close. This Vayne's actually going to get a free pass if this guy locks Ezreal. Like, that's the one champion Vayne can do well into. Because, like, he's the only one that's worse than she is right now. I think in the meta. Senna's available. He's 56% on Senna. Like, what's with the accounts, too? This dude's 40% win rate. Platinum 4. Like, was it last game or the game before where someone was like 40 or 42% or something? After like 100 games. 78. How are you still this high ranked after losing that much this late in the season? I mean, I didn't have a great win rate early on. I don't know. I wasn't getting placed in Platinum 1 games, though. Okay, first time Maokai top. Ezreal's a free lane for Vayne. Free scaling mid. Azir's not going to do anything to Kassadin. We're not going to do anything to Vayne. Vayne Sona's going to outscale. This guy has like 3 games on Azir. This guy's like okay on Lee, but Lee falls off. We don't have anyone to complement the Lee. And Rek'Sai's like can match him in the early game. Cho'Gath, I just gotta dodge it. It's just a disaster. That's not the easy. The easy on our team, or that guy was our mid laner, who is the Azir. The easy was 75%. It's a 4-game sample size, and it's Ezreal. I mean, I've seen like 70% Ezreals go like 0-6 in games. People just get bored, especially at those guys aren't even D4. I mean, I don't have an excuse for them. Like, sometimes the D4 crowd, they just get bored. You know, they know they're probably not going to get to Masters. So they're just like, whatever. I'll just YOLO and play some fun champs. Nah, we've lost our last 4. We have not had a good couple of days, win rate and rank. Yeah, we just had a super weak early game team comp, and they had like a very, like, they had us crushed late game. I know, Sammy, you like always have to be the one to dodge. Not always. There are other people that dodge in our games, but it feels like it's not that great. Hey, stock market had a good day today, though. If people were into that. It reminds me a lot of 2008, though, where it's just like crazy swings. Up and down. We'll just see. I mean, I think coronavirus is like, I think it's going to cause, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be like, you know, massive worldwide deaths, maybe. But I think the bigger thing is people are just not going to, like, do stuff. Right? Because it seems like it stays contagious for a long time, and it's like, can be contagious even when people don't have that much of symptoms. So it's just like the fear, and people are just not going to go to, like, concerts, restaurants, events are going to be closed. You know, schools are going to be closed, some works. I mean, you're just going to lose so much productivity. And the supply line, a lot of companies have a supply line in China, right? So they might make parts for whatever you're assembling in the U.S., even if it's not outright, like, selling stuff to the U.S., which it does a lot of that, too. And it's like so many supply lines are going to be disrupted that I think it's not the virus itself that is, like, killing everybody. It's going to cause the problem as far as, like, the markets go. It's just that people are just going to stop going out, and that's going to cause huge problems. Yeah, they think the Fed, I mean, I don't see how the lower interest rates are really going to matter. They're already, like, rock bottom cold. It's like, okay, so you can lend people money at, like, a cheaper rate if you're a bank. Mortgages go down a little bit. I mean, it's good, but you can, you know, invest in your business at a cheaper rate and stuff like that. Like, you know, lower rates for the most part are good. But because, I mean, inflation is pretty much doesn't exist in ways that they measure inflation. Like, they measure inflation in terms of, like, a lot of times, like, food, housing, oil, and stuff like that. And everybody, you know, around the world, a lot of people are just piling into U.S. dollars. So you've got, like, super low bond rates, just organically, like, the 10 years really low. So a lot of people don't want to lower rates because they're like, oh, inflation's going to be out of control if you do that. It's like, dude, inflation doesn't exist anymore. Like, the inflation that exists is healthcare and, like, student loans and things like that. But those aren't measured with inflationary measures, and those aren't really, like, that tied to those short-term interest rates. So yeah, there's lots of events. When there's some kind of I know, that sounds scary. Stay safe over there, Amir. I mean, that's what it is. It's just going to make places like ghost towns. So, I mean, everything will kick back up eventually. Probably. Because, like I said, I don't think everyone's going to die. You know, it's just going to put a huge pause on everything for a long time, and that's going to hurt growth in a lot of places. So, companies might have to lay off people depending on how long it goes. If it goes on for like a year or something, you know, there might be some layoffs. There might be some actual structural stuff. It's just going to delay a lot of things. That's true. I mean, I actually follow the stock market fairly closely. I was following multiple companies pretty closely for the last, like, year or so. Half a year. So, I mean, I'm kind of the average Joe, but, I mean, I know you're not talking about me specifically, but, yeah, once people were talking about it, it's not a good thing. I'm not, like, a pro, but I'm more informed, I think. Or try, at least attempt to be more informed than a lot of people. Yeah, so... Well, that sucks. Yeah, I'm wondering if they close down my classes, because the university's not going to refund tuition. There's no way they do that. So if they close the university, I'll just have to probably... I could just make YouTube video, like, of the lecture. Just like a 30-minute YouTube video that's a lecture that has, like, an attached Google Doc with, like, the daily notes and their activity that I want them to do for the day. And then they just submit their papers, pretty much, is how it's going to work. If that happens. I'll just make a separate YouTube channel for that class. Or those 2 classes. And then just run it that way. So, I mean, honestly, they're not going to lose that much. Most of them are kind of zoned out anyways in the class. Like, the biggest thing they'll lose... And a lot of them just don't ask questions either. It's like pulling... It's like nails on a chalkboard or whatever. To try to get them to say anything. So it would be bad, but I think my class is probably better set up for that than a lot of other classes, just because I am relatively savvy for a professor on creating YouTube videos and like using Google Docs and things like that to, what do they call it, teleeducation or whatever, like remote education. Whereas a lot of them just use like Blackboard and stuff like that, which is just trash. Is it like their course management system? Wait, what? Winner's queue intact. Oh Jesus! Did I actually? Is that sarcasm? Or did I actually like walk into a queue where everyone has a 20% win rate? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. The biggest loss would be conferences, because I do those one-on-one conferences with students pretty frequently, and they actually would not be able to do the group project at the end. So I would actually have to restructure that. I didn't think about that till just now. That would kind of suck. I might just have to cancel that project or do something else. Okay, I just can't give them Cassidy. I guess if they pick you me, they pick you me. Wait, which company, DM? Oh, Apple. Okay. Yeah, Apple, I mean, it's a good brand. Like, it's hard to go wrong with Apple. Okay, so they actually literally won a game earlier and then re-queued or something.
Let's dance.
I don't like Rakan in theory in a Malzahar because he can just point click, like, shut me down. But I just gotta have Rakan, man. I just can't win games without Rakan, honestly. I mean, maybe that's just a weakness of mine, but it just feels bad. Oh, is the stream messing up? Advertise this one at the end. I try not to. It could be... No, please, for the love of God, can we just get a real ADC? Please! Please! Damn it! What is wrong with people? Vayne, Ezreal, Vayne! The game I dodged was probably Ezreal or Vayne. I don't remember the earlier one that I dodged. No, wait. I dodged a Vayne, played an Ezreal. No, I've dodged twice. I don't remember what the first dodge was. But I definitely know it's been Vayne, Ezreal, Vayne. I'm definitely not spoiled. We may not get to late though, man. That's not guaranteed. God bless Vayne. League is just so weird. Like, we went through just a few days of just, like, really good, high-quality games. We went from, like, P4 to P2 in, like, 2 or 3 days. And then we kind of started shimmying up, you know, to P1. And then it's just like you just hit this Twilight Zone at P1. It's just like P1, there's, like, a secret wormhole down to, like, Silver 2. Oh, spoiled by Rakan. That's probably true. Hey, what's up, Evan? Well, I mean, there is some truth to that, Sammy, for sure. But they're not thinking it. It's good not to say anything about it. It's good to minimize it. But even the most serene, most chill of supports, if they get a blind pick Vayne, there's a little piece inside of them that dies. At least for a second. There's that sinking feeling
I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I am
of
gonna
imminent
get
loss,
in there.
despite whatever veneer you're putting on. You know, on the outside, despite your little happy face, you know. Some of the content creators, wow, guys, here we go, we got a Vayne, yeah! This is gonna be great! You know, however they want to try to, like,
I got a lady.
convince you or convince them, convince themselves,
30 seconds until
they're not happy about it. Unless, you know, there are certain maybe compositions where it's like, okay, but we got our standard level 1 deaths because no one wards. Kale warded. No one standing in the river. That's a very bizarre invade, but I mean, we're gonna try, Evan, for sure.
Minions have spawned.
It just gets tough.
I think Zaya told me to improvise. At least that's the only part of the plan I
How do I feel about Kog'Maw? He's okay. He's better than Vayne. At least he has range early on. He actually can do quite a bit of damage if he goes unchecked early on. I think, like, Kog'Maw, Lulu, if you have really good protection, he can be alright. I don't think he's top tier. But he's better than Ezreal and he's better than Vayne. His win rate's actually, like, okay. I think Vayne's win rate is actually okay. It's like 51% or something, but... I think like, Apple is really good. Microsoft, like, the like, undercover thing that's been, like, really strong for Microsoft and, like, Amazon lately is not even, like, their normal stuff people think of. It's their cloud services. And I don't know a lot about that, but apparently, like, everything on the cloud runs on, most of it runs on Amazon, and Microsoft's starting to take some market share with that. I would have thought it would have been something like, Salesforce or, you know, just some specialized cloud company. But no, it's these big conglomerates are actually running the show on the cloud. Like, setting up websites, running businesses, and things like that. That's been the huge driver lately for Amazon and Microsoft, to an extent. Oh, damn it. I wasn't paying attention. I should have gotten the cannon. It was a mistake. And that's something that Apple's just not that into. But Apple's probably got some other stuff going on, too. Apple's been a pretty cheap stock. Like, it's multiple. It's price to earnings. And it's got just, like, billions and billions of dollars of just cash sitting around. They've got that Apple TV going on, which is, I don't know, maybe going to do something. But I've never invested in Apple.
Then they will know magic.
We're going to P2. I don't know. I've dodged twice. Just the last 4 games. There's been 1 or 2 of them that have been winnable that we've just thrown. I think maybe like 1, maybe 2 out of the last like 7 or 8. I think I dodged once or twice yesterday also. guess I maybe should have just taken another one. Honestly, I'm not sure what happens, though, because it tells you that you're, like, in Platinum 2 when you dodge below 0 now. It doesn't say -3 anymore. She could have pinned him into the wall right there. It doesn't say -3 anymore. It says, like, Platinum 2 97. So I don't honestly know what happens if you go, like, really low, if you go to, like, -40 on dodges anymore. If you win a game, you might just be, like, automatically demoted. I don't know. Like, they changed that and they never said anything about it in patch notes. Like, they never reveal when they change anything about dodging. So I'm a little scared, but I mean, if I'm gonna get demoted anyways, like, might as well. I mean, one nice thing, I suppose, if we get demoted after these dodges, we just had 13 points in dodges. It's like those just don't even exist, because we still go to -25 anyways, I'm pretty sure. I guess we'll find out. We'll do it for science. That's what Riot's doing. Like, they're trying to give me better information about how the dodging and demotion system works here, if they've done some changes, so that I can tell you guys about them on the patch notes. Like, that's really what it is. They're looking out for me. They're making sure that I can have some really top-notch informed content, and they know that I won't be able to do that unless I demote. So
I dance because I'm free.
kind of is starting to make sense. They're trying to help me become a better, more informed player. Trying to help teach me patience. Please, Vayne. Flash after. Okay. We're not gonna get him. We're not gonna get him, I don't think. I've never used a Windows phone, honestly. My wife and all of her family just had iPhones, so that's just what we used. Damn it, I made her lose 2 CS, so that was pretty bad. We do need to push, though. I think it's going to freeze outside their tower, because Vayne has no wave clear, so she can't push. I think they're going to at least lose the cannon, hopefully.
I'm going to take all they got.
We might still be able to pull this one back and win it. Yeah, Apple is, you know, very involved with the Chinese market, so that could be good or bad. I mean, once Corona clears up and, you know, some of the trade war stuff has been put on pause, I think, then, you know, that could be a good spec.
Fun.
It's going to take the blue.
Now.
Yeah. We're still down 20 CS, though, and I got the kill. Yeah, I got the blue. Yeah, Udir's up, just a casual 100% more CS. 4 kills and 30 CS in 7 minutes on our jungler. 2 levels. Junglers 0-4. I'm probably dead, yeah. How are they even ahead? I guess they're just constantly pushing into us. They hit 6 first because they have wave clear. Kalissa's wave clear is not even that great. Ah, God bless. I couldn't even press R. I was getting desperate. Otherwise, I wouldn't have tried that. How much damage? How did she do that much that fast? 400 damage? Through Glacial Shroud? Okay. I thought I could get hooked and then just spam my R, but he got his auto attack off before I could R. I thought once he hooked me, I thought I was going to be able to R. Because you can W partially out, because I've done that before, where he pulls you in, and you have a window where you W, and when he finishes his animation, it still knocks you up, but you get a little bit away from him. So, like, if I was here, I could W and get to, like, right here and then get knocked up. So I figured it would let me R to charm him, and then I would get knocked up, and then I could E back to Jarvan. But that's not how it worked out.
I'm just trying.
Okay. Yep. We're just going to sit there and look at him because we actually can't do anything. Yeah, I get you're talking about Callista's W Oathsworn thing. I guess that did help a little bit. It's not that much early on though, is it? It's like, I guess it's like maybe 50 or 60. I don't know.
I feel like my allies aren't recognizing how amazing my cloak is. I mean, seriously.
Like every lane's just getting obliterated. I need to see like my win rate with Vayne. I think I can see that on u.gg. Her E's not an execute. It stacks, but it's not an execute. I actually looked her up for ADC tier list this last patch. She is very good right now, I think, in general, if you're good on her, but... Okay, well, I guess I got the Ignite. Jesus Christ. We're gonna be down 50 CS, 0-5 jungler? Like, what is this meme? Down 30 bottom. Okay. Give me a fucking jump! Jesus Christ. 100% health. Doesn't even stand close enough for me to use my E. So I have to ult to run out. Rise doesn't wait. I pinged I had 10 seconds on ult. Doesn't wait for it. Oh, man. Okay.
Magic is supposed to be scary. Love is supposed to hurt. Ecstasy means.
We got Drake, I guess. Okay, we got something. I know, that's where I was gonna look, but... Can we do anything? Nope. Can't do anything because Vayne has like 100 range and does no AoE damage and has no abilities that do damage.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Just tries to casually run straight past the Blitzcrank and whoever else was there when they have a Shen on their team. Does like 100 damage per auto attack maybe. Just sad. Like if that was like, just imagine for a second, just put on your imagination cap and just think, what if she was Miss Fortune right there and pressed ult when I knocked them all up? What if she was Aphelios and pressed R with any of the combinations of his abilities right there? What if she was Draven right there? What if she was Cassiopeia and ulted and then spammed all of her abilities right there?
Crap. I totally forgot why I'm here.
She was alone because she ran past 3 people. Like, into melee combat with their whole team like 1v5. She knew I didn't have ult, I just used it bottom because she didn't E. Like, if she had been close enough for me to E off of that W, then I would have had my ult right there. And we maybe would have been able to turn all of that around. I don't know why Miss Fortune's fallen so far out of favor. Like, no one's playing her right now. It's like, yeah, I don't want a good chance to win. No, Tower 1's not going pro. He's not diverse. I don't know. I mean, he does play a lot better than people think he does, but but I don't think so. I'm not even sure he would want to go pro. He probably makes more streaming, honestly, like off of his channel.
They want us in cages.
I don't think he's good enough to go pro. And also, I just don't think that he would probably want that lifestyle. Like, he doesn't want to... I can't imagine he would want to be, you know, like, directed and criticized all the time and have to move and deal with all these other people when he can just be his own boss and run his own show and probably make more money. You know what I mean? I don't know. He might be okay at taking direction. It's hard to see because he's, you know, it's just part of his personality. Holy shit, he got the... What is the range on that, like, silence? He was in the bush and he silenced me, like, right here. Is it like 500 radius? I know you got to Masters as jungler, but just because you're good in solo queue, that's not the same thing as pro. I don't know. I mean, we can critique, but like ADCs are not in a great place right now. Like that's why a lot of them are not doing that well in the LCS. Like that's partially why he could just roll up into jungle and do super well as a jungler because it's just a much more impactful role in general. That was his whole argument why he did it. Because he was tired of hearing junglers complain about how weak their role was when it's like almost any reasonable person is going to know that ADC is like the weakest role. Come on, can we do this? Come on, dude. Bro. We gotta try, man. I just don't have the cooldowns yet. If he would have just committed to that faster, we would not have had to chase that far. We could have killed him. Like, it literally was like 1 second until I had my shield. So if he just actually committed to that, like 1 second faster, we would have been able to get that clean. I mean, we have to try. If we can't win a 2v1, I mean, it's 5 to 20. Like, that's our best chance. Like, he's the only person with any money. Shin doesn't have any magic resist yet. Like, you gotta try that. You have to commit to that.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, someone might be hiding in the bush, but I mean, that's just the best we're gonna get at this point. There's no way we can win a 5v5. We probably can't even win a 4v5 right now. I mean, top lane, you could say it's one of the weakest. I mean, it's ADC or top lane. I think are the ones in conversation. In the conversation, but I really think that ADC, because there are top laners you have an option with where you can hard carry. I think there are more top laners that have that option than ADCs. Like, ADCs right now, if you're really wanting to win hard, you got to go with, like, Cassiopeia, Senna. If you're really good on Aphelios, I mean, Aphelios has even fallen off quite a bit from what he used to be. I mean, there are not many. Maybe if you get ahead early as Draven. Versus top lane, there are quite a few top laners that can have, like, some big impacts. What the hell is wrong with these people that are full health that, like, won't give me an E? No, Senna's not bad ADC. Senna's probably the best right now, honestly, after the Aphelios nerfs. But yeah, Ornn is great top lane. Kled is really solid top lane. Darius is really good top lane. Like, you can crush and dominate with those. And then, of course, you have your sort of selection of one tricks that can be really good. Like Riven can still be viable top lane. Like Irelia. I feel there's a lot more. And Rift Heralds matter quite a bit now. How did that hit? Wait, what the fuck? How did that hit everybody? Because he flashed over onto us, but how did he tag Vayne and us? He had like 1 pixel left on the stun or something. Like, there's a lot of stuff top. I think there are way more options top than there are ADC. I mean, ADC, basically how you carry is you just play Survivor. It's like Support 2.0, except you actually can carry once you get to 3 or 4 items. But it's basically you try to pick something that a lot of times, like, okay, we're going to have 4 people bottom the whole game in our tower. We're going to be down 2 or 3 levels. It's like playing on Legendary, you know, or like Deity mode from old school Civilization in the bot lane, right? You're denied all these resources, levels, getting zoned off of CS, experience, you know, gold. All of your items, like, just are terrible unless you get multiple items. It requires 2 or 3 items for them to really come online and start getting a lot of synergy. I guess we got a free, like, 13... We got 2 free dodges out of it, so I guess that's something. What was the main issue with this game? Everyone was terrible. Like... I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to not be mean, but I mean that's the honest truth. They just played better in every single lane. We had, like, our draft was really bad. You know, Vayne is just a terrible champion right now in most matchups, unless they have like Ornn plus Sejuani or Ornn plus Zac or something like that. Our jungler was down like 100 CS or something probably by the end. Almost literally 100 CS down in the jungle, and he's 1 in 10. Like, Vayne is down 60 CS. Kayle was doing alright. I mean, 1 in 4, but that's, you know, that's all-star on this team. Ryze was, like, okay, but it just felt like people just didn't know how to play their champs. Like, this guy's first timing Ryze. He has a 64% win rate on his account overall. And he's just like, you know what? I'm in promos for Diamond right now. Let me just go ahead and first time Ryze real quick. And this guy's also 64%. So, they're probably, yeah, they're duoed on their account. He's like, I'm 83% Jarvan. I'm 5-1 on Jarvan. Let me just go 1 in 10 down 100 CS. "75% Vayne. Let me go down 60 CS. I mean, it's like, it's literally, it's just like, I don't know if I'm bad luck. I mean, this isn't like luck in these games, but like, I don't know. Like I said, it just feels like everybody's having their worst game all year, like every time I'm on their team. I don't know how I'm like contributing to that. It's just unfortunate. I mean, we do win games. If you haven't been in here in a while, we do occasionally win games. It's just not the last 2 days. It's just like very, like I said, it's just like a freaking wormhole. Down to like silver too. But these guys know how to play. I mean, it's a 64% win rate on their overall account. But like, you can't like, I mean, what can I do about the Jarvan going 1 in 10? Like, I wasn't even involved in those plays, you know? Like, I gave him a ward at the red. Like, he didn't ward and got invaded and killed level 1. I warded Udyr's red. I can't get any pressure to go help him in his jungle because we have a Vayne on our team. You know, we did have several days where we were winning, like, a lot, though. I mean, look at that. Like, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We were 15-1 over a 2-day stretch. And then, you know, whatever that is right there, like, we do win, you know? It's just the last day, it's just like, you know? Just like took some kind of warp zone. I mean, maybe I'm just playing really poorly. I think it's just, like, unfortunate. Well, I've already dodged so many. And like I said, I don't even know what happens if you dodge below now, because it was telling me... Like, it stopped... Because it used to say that you go to negative LP, so it would say, like, Platinum 1, -3, or something if you dodge at 0 LP, or Platinum 1, -13 with that double dodge. But now it says Platinum 2, 87. So I don't know if I, like, dodge that one more time and go down to, you know, Platinum 2, 77, and then I win a game. Like, is it, do I still have to go through promotions again? Am I, like, actually in Platinum 2, or do I skip promotions? You get to skip the promotions on the way back up if you get back in one game. So I've been down -13 before from dodges, and then you win, and you go back to Platinum 1 without having to do the promotions. But I don't know what happens if you don't get back into Platinum 1 after one win. So, like, if you win a game and you go to, like, 98, does it glitch it out and mess it up, and then you have to go through promotions again? I don't really know. So, like, if I dodge that one and it does mess it up, then I would have had to go through promotions again. So I just don't know with how they changed it. Can we not do Sivir? I mean, I just feel like I'm getting trolled so hard.
Let's dance.
Okay, Zaya at least is like a viable champion. We've got all AD though. Our jungler is gonna have to play like Echo or... He probably can't play those. There are good AP options, but... Seriously getting the Darius jungle, man. Does he play Darius jungle? Oh my god. Dude, he's like 1-9. Yasuo jungle? Jesus Christ. This guy plays Echo. Like, his best champion is Echo. Like, you see the other dude locking in Zed. Why would you not just play Echo top instead of your 44% GP? I don't understand. I mean, I guess I don't have to understand. I just have to play. Well, or dodge in this case. Alright, Evan, thanks, buddy. I mean, if you want to donate for some games, yeah, just let me know. I mean, I would definitely prefer to play them in normal or on my Smurf account. Because I need some wins. But... Well, I don't think I should have to switch to a region. I mean, there's going to be trolls in every region, first of all, but I don't want, like, to go to 200 ping just to play in Europe, you know? That wasn't even 2 games in a row. What? Right? I just played one. Whoa, hold on. Did we get a 3 dodge for that? How did that work? Because we should have gone down to 75. Huh, hold up. How do I have 72? Hold up. So, we'll play on the Smurf, but I'm going to try to math this out. Because I was at 0 LP. We lost the first one, I think, of the day. Or we dodged the first one. Went to -3. Lost a game. Didn't change anything. Because I feel like we should be at 70 or 65 LP. I'm just trying to understand how this works. So, dodge 1, -3, lose a game at 0 LP, nothing happens. Dodge another one, -13, so that would put us at 87. Lose another game. I don't know what we got placed at after we lost the game, though. I didn't look. I assumed it was 75, because that's what it usually is when you get demoted. But if it was 75, how do we get another 3-point dodge? Or is it 3 every game now? Did I not go to negative? Is it 3, or is it you get a reset, it's another 3 after you get demoted? None of these permutations make sense. If I was at 87 and I got demoted and it kept me at 87 with the new system, then I dodge again, I would be at 77. So that's not what happened. If I got reset down to 75, I've already dodged twice in a day. I have a 30-minute dodge timer, so it knows, like, it's still recognizing this is not my first dodge. It's recognizing it's not my first dodge. So how do I only dodge 3 again? Is it 3? Are all dodges 3 now? Oh my god, that would be a freaking miracle. Because we need them. Like, that's our only defense tonight. I didn't look. I should have looked. Maybe there is no more 10-point dodge. Maybe it's all 3s. I mean, what am I missing? Is anyone... I don't know, Sam. Well, we haven't won. We haven't won a ranked game in like 2 days, so that can't be what's happening here. But something weird changed because oh, let me get on the Smurf. Something weird changed because, like I said, it if you dodge at 0 OP, it actually looks like it takes you down. So it like would have me down in Platinum 2 at 97 LP instead of saying -3. It used to just say -3. But they got rid of the negative. However, when you pass back through, you don't have to do a promotion series again if you don't get the formal, like, demotion notification. No, Yasuo Jungle would not have been an interesting one. It would have been the same level of garbage that we've had. I mean, it's cool to have spicy picks, but to me, it's just not worth it, and it's not interesting to, you know, for him to go 0-10, for me to be, like, to be reaffirmed that, okay, it's actually really bad. I don't know. Maybe I'm a hater. I just like to win games in ranked. I know that's crazy. What happened? If you want to dodge, I'll play with you, Celigora, if you want to. But it doesn't matter, man. He's gonna be on a dodge timer though. He may get on it like an alt or something. So yeah, the thing is when they change stuff about dodge, they don't tell you that because they don't want to promote, like they don't want people to dodge. What's your alt, Sally? So you kind of just have to figure it out trial and error. Okay, hold on. I can just re-invite Sammy. So I'm not sure. It might. I mean, I'm sure we'll get an opportunity to dodge again. Okay, I got you. It's fine. We got it figured out. But I don't want to wait too long. I just want to get back in the game here. I mean, we just lost a lot of games, Jolty. It's not. There were some of them that were winnable for sure. The one with the Nidalee last night, if we didn't invade, it was maybe hard. I don't think there's been like a coast win, like where it would have been easy though. But there have been some throws. Oh, I was gonna look at u.gg and see what my win rate with Vayne is. I think last time I got frustrated with Vayne, I actually looked and it wasn't as bad as it seemed. I don't know. Maybe it's just like sticks in my mind. Like all of the failures and I just forget like the okay Vaynes. Or they fail really hard and I remember that, but we still win the game because she gets carried. Yeah, I do actually win 56% of the time with Vayne. So it must just be that the case where either and I win 73% of the time with Ezreal. So maybe it's just the case that it just feels really bad, or they always seem to get, like seem to feed, but then we end up carrying them at the end of the game. I actually have a 22% win rate with Aphelios on my team. 50% with Misfortune. 52 with Zaya, and then the Ezreal is 73%, and the Vayne's 56%. In theory. So it's just a mental thing, I guess, because it's just not factually true that I lose all the time when I have Vayne and Ezreal on my team. It just feels like it. It certainly fucking seems like it, though, to be honest. I mean, that's 3 Vayne losses literally, like, in the last 2 hours. Now, those aren't calculated in here yet, I don't think. Well, actually, they are, I believe. I don't think I have Malzahar in here. Yeah, I mean, he's okay. I do like Malzahar, but I just don't think he has as much like you know, hard carry potential, 1v9 potential as Cassio or Vlad. I do discriminate against him. I mean, I don't know. I feel like they just get carried, and that like that's not a huge sample size. We'll get a win here.
Antidote for me.
I actually win a lot with Lucian, which is interesting. Wow, I've played against Nami the most. Really? I crushed the champions that supposedly beat Rakan, though, which is pretty hilarious. Like 70% against Leona, 70% against Thresh, 64% against Nautilus, 55% against Blitz. Then I'm 50-50 versus Nami, 36 versus Soraka. Actually, I have a pretty decent win rate against Janna. But yeah, I mean, it's really, I feel like Nami and Soraka. What's the Yuumi? Yuumi's 50%. Garen and Talon are the most broken junglers right now? No, absolutely not. Best junglers? Depends on your elo bracket. I think Yi is definitely up there. If it's gold and lower, certainly. Zac is really good. Who am I forgetting about? Like Echo's pretty good still. I don't think of Rakan as being that great with Lucian, but I guess he's alright. Yuumi probably should have taken heal, but that's okay. Should probably start red. We can give you a leash. I mean, I don't know the pathing on Zac perfectly, but you should be able to gank Mordekaiser early also. I don't think Kindred's that great right now. I mean, if you one-trick her, I guess, but I think she just requires too many items to come online. I mean, like, at higher elo brackets, Elise and Lee Sin are good. Like, if you're good at early pressure, they can both be really solid. Udyr at, like, gold and lower can be pretty good, actually. I mean, he fights really well. He's one of the best kind of early game 1v1 junglers. I mean, there are no mechanics to him. So he's extremely, like, easy to play mechanically, takes dragons well, farms, is healthy, split pushes really well later on in the game. So I think Udyr is really disrespected a lot, especially at gold and lower. Like, yeah, he's not that great in team fights. He's better than some options in team fights, because at least he has, like, the potential to stun multiple targets, but... Yeah, I can do that. It might be a couple of days. I can probably do it Wednesday.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I don't think Sivir counters Rakan. Like, what happens is whenever you RN and you W, her spell shield blocks the R, but it does not block the W, so she still gets knocked up. So it's not as good as you would suspect against her. And, like, Morg's annoying, but she's just, like, such a pretty weak champ in general right now.
Patience, darling.
That if you're having to pick Morg, that's already kind of a win. There was some LCK draft that I saw that was just, like, absolutely absurd. I was just like, what on earth? They're running Morg, like, AP carry bottom with something else, and they were running some other garbage middle. I don't remember. It was, like, APK against Gen G or something. And I think Gen G is the #1 Korean team right now. That was pretty annoying. He might flash flame me, so we gotta respect it. Yeah, I mean, Morg's like, she's okay, I guess, but I mean, you can play around the Black Shield. Black Shield is annoying to deal with. I think Nami's probably the best against Rakan right now. She applies a lot of early pressure. She's a really good champion overall right now. You want to make sure you're popping off and like hitting a couple of, yeah, I was about to say, get those shield hits. Oh god. Be careful if you get... Okay. Damn, I'm getting smacked here. CS wise. Yeah, we're getting blasted. It's a tough lane early on though.
I know what everyone wants.
Huh. That's weird how it didn't hit him.
First blood.
I don't have the mana to full kill him. Once I get tier, we might be able to make a better play on him.
An ally has been slain.
Now you're ready to prowl.
What the hell? Are you gonna go or what? Like, I'm pretty much out of mana at this point. I don't think we have the mana for it. It's just taking way too long. It's fine. It's fine. But I mean, yeah, if we needed to go, we needed to make a move much earlier than that. But that's okay. It's fine. Maybe the range is not far enough with the E. I'm not sure. I haven't played Zac in a while. Maybe I was too far out of range. We don't have the mana. Okay, we got him. Alright, good job. Yeah, y'all can start it. I just gotta buy a tier and...
Do not.
So we do have a back timing on him. I didn't get a kill. I didn't get an assist, which is nice, but...
An enemy has been
Okay,
slain.
I thought we'd have more than that, but that's alright. Hey, what's up, Aaron?
Watch your step.
Not great win rate so far. We've had 2 losses and 3 dodges, I think. Or 2 dodges. Because that was my bad. I thought we had a back advantage on him, but Yumi didn't have her sums and she's out of mana, so I should have noted that. And Draven does do a lot, you know, with very little resources early on, so. I just didn't have the damage to kill the Thresh. Do Aftershock and all that stuff. Is just sitting on us.
Every problem is an opportunity.
What's up, Cryptics? Is Galio mad? I don't know. Is he? I didn't see anything that looked mad.
An ally has been slain.
Not so easy to get out of your system.
No, but you can pop off and still auto-attack people and not get flayed by Thresh. I mean, Yumi's been playing fine, but in theory, you shouldn't just sit there like AFK on Yumi. You know, like, you should be trying to use your cooldown to get... I mean, the Thresh was, like, sitting in a bush. You know, like, she could have walked up and auto-attacked Draven. It at least refills your mana and you get a free shield, you know? I gotta respect it. They could be sitting in this bush. It's everybody's favorite. Yep, of course they are.
An ally has been slain.
Auto him at least, you get a shield. And you get credit if you actually kill him.
Careful now. I bite.
Enemy rampage.
Hey, Evan. Well, we had a 30-minute dodge.
I like to leave a lasting impression.
Oh, he's just super fed. I just miscalculated, after that gank, I thought we had an opportunity. Yeah, we needed the speed up from the heal so I could run him down, but it's fine. We're gonna try to push this new priority. not healing him? Did I get stood aside or something? Or not hitting him? I don't know what happened there.
It's just you and me, book.
Thanks. Thanks, Evan. I appreciate it. Holy shit. Seriously? Do we not have any... Like, we don't have anything? We don't have any heal. We don't have any CC. We don't... Like, nothing? I guess I should have stayed back further. I thought... I don't know. I'm just not reading this game right, I guess.
An ally has been slain.
Do you have a longing? Would you like one?
I mean, it's like basically 1v3. Like, what? That's alright, though.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I still do have a control word there.
An enemy is dominating.
Did she heal me earlier, though? Was she out of mana? I mean, I don't know. I don't want to, like, nitpick all people. I know he's just experimenting with Yuumi. He doesn't play Yuumi a lot. I'm not trying to turn it into one of those, but, like, in theory, like, with ideal play, I don't think I got a heal use on me in that trade. Right? I mean, because Draven had already, like, gone out of the picture, like, 15 seconds earlier. So, I mean, it should have been on cool. It's possible he's out of mana. He could have popped off an auto attack to get mana back. I'm just gonna have to. Okay, we did get the shutdown now. Oh, did she? Okay, maybe I just didn't. Maybe I didn't see it. I don't know. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, Rek'Sai's, like, not, in general, not that great of a champ. Lower than Diamond. She's, like, kind of like a worse version of Lee Sin, I think. But I just shouldn't have gotten that close to her. I thought I was going to blow her up a lot faster, but she rushed Titanic Hydra, so she's a lot tankier than I thought she was going to be. So I thought we were just going to go on her and blow her up, so I thought she was going to have to try to run out. So I was, like, walking up thinking she'd run, and then she just kited, but I got too close. I should have. I think we can maybe still win here. I don't think Aatrox is a viewer now. Wait, we don't have an ADC on our team though. Like, why the Ardent doesn't, like, I don't need attack speed, you know what I mean?
If you don't control pawns, you are one.
Your turret has been destroyed.
You want to rush Athene's on you, even if your ADC is like doing all right, which we're obviously not. But even if you have a proper ADC and they're doing okay, you still want Athenes. That's like the whole thing that makes Yumi work, is that you get these like massive spike heals because of Athenes. Yeah, Draven is unstoppable right now. I mean, McHale's will be okay. The big one is Athene, because that gives you the big heals. But yeah, I mean, the McHale's of how often I'm getting hooked would have been a good thing. I could also just not get hooked as much, but either way, it would have. I mean, doubling down on the attack speed, if I was playing something like Kaisa, you know, with Yumi's extra attack speed on her heal and with a, you know, Ardent Sensor and stuff like that, would have been, like, I could see it, but not with Cassio. No! Damn it! I wanted to try to kill him. That gave away the location, though. I was hoping Draven would run and go catch that wave, and then Thresh would just stay there and auto attack, and we could have ulted the Thresh and killed him. I was waiting on Draven to step out. So it would have been better just to wait, and then wait on me to ult, and then layer it with your ult, and I think we could have killed the Thresh, probably.
Just you and me, bro.
Keep your eyes open.
You gotta stop doing that, man. Like when I'm trying to hide in a bush. Ryze would have face checked that. We're just gonna have to give him inhibitor and try to get this. We just gotta go for a Hail Mary here. Get it? What the fuck? We have to try. We're so far behind. Someone stand in front so I don't get the damage debuff. Okay. Alright.
We all wear masks. Some better than others.
I mean, Baron's worth 5 kills, and then you also get the buff. That was, yeah, that was a good move. We're in it, like, we can still win. I really wanted to like flash ult, but
Keep your enemies close.
no, don't, dude, stop! God damn it, I could have ulted. We got it. Yeah, you gotta. I mean, we're doing pretty well in these fights, but we gotta stop like giving away my location when I'm trying to bush ult somebody, because that's one of the most powerful things is Cassio and solo queue.
Time to find a new friend.
Maybe I didn't even need to ult there. I probably could have just queued.
We got the zoomies.
They're gonna rotate up here. We got. I don't even think we have this wave. I mean, Dragon's dead, man. We need more. We don't have any vision.
I'm an independent cat.
It's so. I can't really rotate. It's so scary.
I'll stick with you.
Why are we fighting over that? Nope, don't. I'm gonna position around Baron.
I'll stick with you.
I'm gonna have to fight for vision.
Watch your step.
An ally has been slain.
Huh, that's weird. They're all there. Huh.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Okay, we might be able to get Baron off of that.
valuable.
Shut down.
Okay, we gotta get him off
Underdogs here.
I have to give him that.
Every problem is an opportunity.
They're gonna come probably bottom. That's where I would go if I was them. Or they might just retreat and play defensively, but I mean, I've still got TP, so they're all middle. And they're all gonna rotate down here probably. We still have some vision of them.
Now you're ready to prowl. I'll stick with you.
Might go for a void staff here. I thought about going for a spirit visage. I mean, the Draven's really their main damage. The extra healing would be nice. He does not have any healing reduction. Could do Randuin's also, but I think just getting more damage and carve through him is probably better. Do not cue him if he walks this way. They're gonna stop bottom, I think, and I'm just gonna go push this. Or stop base.
We got the zoomies.
Hey Ben, we had a 30-minute dodge. We'll go back to ranked after this on the main account. I've had a really bad couple of days. I should have been dodging even more, but Forward staff 26 or 2700. Okay, we got it.
I like to leave a lasting impression.
And then we might end with Spirit Visage, because we have so much damage. I mean, the thing is, getting more AP is also good for you, me, because it gives you me better stats. No, why would you throw that and not just complete your back, man? No, don't use that. He's...
Do you have a
I mean, he's dead, dude.
Would
Like,
you
there's no point. No, 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 no!
We did it! We knocked him over!
Engage. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess we gotta get Dragon. We can't let him get Soul. I'm gonna push this up. We might be able to get both. Dude, if Mordekaiser gets that Soul, I'm gonna be disgruntled. Okay. Okay, nice.
secrets are shared?
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
I stunned him. No one killed him. Or her. Like, I'm sitting there spamming all of my abilities on the Rek'Sai. Everyone kept hitting Baron. She went in like 3,000, like, too low. Or too high. I mean, the Rek'Sai was in there. Baron was at like 3,000 or 4,000 health or something. I think. I mean, we had at least 5 seconds to kill her. I saw her, I stunned her. And I started focusing her immediately. Nah, it's alright, Sammy. We all had problems that game. Right there. Stunned her. I mean, even if she's stunned, she can still smite. She may have looked away so she didn't get stunned. I don't know. I didn't have my ult here, and I also didn't have my Archangels. So it was actually going to be pretty hard to beat him right there. If I had Spirit Visage, I would have beaten him. I guess I should have come over to the back of the pit and done, like, a much more thorough job of trying to kill her. Oh well, we'll go back to the main account. Yeah, I mean, you just have to kill her before she gets within smite range. Because stuns, silences, none of that stuff stops smite. I think, suppression might. I'm not 100% about that. But most things do not stop it. Yeah, I should have just gone around to the back of the pit, and I should have stunned her at the back of the pit and just killed her right there. I don't know if I still had my flash or not. I could have maybe flashed over the pit, too, if we got surrounded. I maybe should have gotten Spirit Visage. I don't know. I think Void Staff's still okay there. If I would have just gone to the back of the pit, though. Sammy, it's fine, dude. We all had, like, I had a terrible laning phase. I should have gone to the back and zoned the Rek'Sai more. I mean, we know you're not a jungler main and you're playing on, like, 200 ping. We shouldn't have... I was trying to kill the Rek'Sai. Like, I know that a smite fight is really unfair with your ping. And, you know, it's just 50-50 at best. We should have just killed the Rek'Sai more. And I could have done that better by committing further to the back of the pit and just all out trying to kill the Rek'Sai instead of... No, we didn't need a Morellos. No one on their team heals. Morellos is really not that good unless they have a lot of healing. I mean, I guess Mord sort of kind of, but the damage wasn't the issue. Like, I was murdering them damage-wise most of the time. I think the, it was either Spirit Visage or Void Staff. Like, if you're going to get a Morellos, you need to get it early, because the flat pin is, like, pretty good early game, but then later in the game, it really doesn't do that much. So, yeah, I should have just positioned around in the back of the pit and ulted her there while she was standing there and just killed her. I don't know why I didn't do that. I was just thinking we could burn her down before she showed up, and then she showed up at, like, 6,000 HP, and I should have had plenty of time to get her. It's not typical, Alistair. Sammy, you could, dude, I mean, well, hopefully you come back, Sammy. It's just one game, man. It's fine. Like, I'm not blaming. I don't think anyone's blaming you for that. I should have, like I said, I should have come around. And I'm just on a loss streak, too. Like, obviously, I'm not the most chipper right now. I'm trying to be positive, but it's fine, man. You're making some good progress, seeing the coaching sessions and stuff like that. I think you've been doing really well. And I know you have moments of, you know, where you get excited or interested in showing stuff off and talking, and we love having you in the community, obviously. So we hope you'll stay, man. We really like you here. Like, I hope my, you know, didn't seem like there was any major undue criticism from anyone that game. I don't think anyone was that. I don't know. I don't think it was that big of a deal. So, sorry if I was a contributor to that. It's really not a big deal, man. It's like, it's a normal game. Like, we're just playing. Like, obviously, I got a little frustrated at times with some stuff. I mean, a lot of that frustration was at myself. But, you know, it's not really that game. It's just like that. Just the last couple of days, obviously, have been a little rough. But it's, I mean, it's fine. I'm not like, it's a normal game. You know, I'm not like legit mad about anything. Like I said, I do think you are getting better. I mean, you just got to remember, if you switch roles like that, if you switch over to jungle that you haven't done in a while, like, it is kind of tough to start over, you know? Like, it just takes a little bit to get to the same level you were on as support, because you played so many more games as support. And jungle is one of those roles where you just really have to have a lot of experience to, you know, to get really proficient on it. I'm not a great jungler. So it just takes some time, man. Cops are chasing you out of the park at night. Guys, like, first time Poppy top. Oh, I see what you're saying. You gotta get those Pokemon, dude. Just explain it to the officer. Officer, look. There's a slow bro here. I gotta get it. There may have been a delay there, Aaron. I don't know.
I can't wait to get there. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I am gonna.
But yeah, the answer's...
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
They're scared of dark.
They could invade.
They're
I'm just gonna
scared
ward, I
of
guess.
magic. They are scared.
Gonna defensive
of
ward since we have to.
Minions spawn.
Just wanted to join in on the fun. Nice, rolling deep, huh?
I am definitely more
Yeah,
confident in
the
this.
delayed invade.
Minions have spawned.
No, you don't need to. It was just... Doug's just doing that for fun. No, when you ban somebody, it removes all their
That's their problem.
messages. Yeah, that's right.
I will make them dance. I will make them hear.
Interesting. Of course, this Caitlyn like gets full combos on people level 2. Who healed?
They want us in cages.
It should just, I mean, it's 2020, man. They really should just show you, like, if you see the summoner spell, like, if anyone on your team sees it, it should show you the cooldown on tab of their summoner spells. Like, why doesn't it do that? It's just so, like, archaic. Like, they used to not be able to see the cooldown of your own team summoner spells either, or the ult cooldowns, and they changed it. And used to not be able to see dragon timers, and they changed it, and everyone was like, oh, it's dumbing down League of Legends, it's, you know, whatever. But it's like, dude, I don't know, man. I just don't think a good part of League of Legends should just be in an accountant, you know, of everything, a bookkeeper. I mean, it is a skill, it's just like not a, I don't know, I just don't think it's a worthwhile one. Just give people the information that they should have if they had good bookkeeping.
I don't want to lose.
And the game's fine. So I think you should see the cooldowns on tab. If your team saw it. You know, if someone just accidentally flashes in the jungle or something, they shouldn't see that, but... Yes, you did have to manually time all of the buffs and all of your own, like your own team's ult timers, your own team's flashes, all of that stuff. You had to have timed. It didn't show you anything. Yeah, you used to have to time the dragons, time the buffs, all that kind of stuff. And everyone thought it was going to ruin the game when they put that in there because it was going to make it too easy. Yes, you used to have to do everything manually. It sucked. I mean, yes, it is a differentiator of skill. Like I said, I just don't think it's like a good one. You know, there should be other ways to differentiate skill. So I mean, why don't they just do that for enemy spells that your team sees? Since it already does it for your own team spells, and it already does it for jungle timers. Yeah, you used to not even be able to ping the timers. You had to actually type it in chat. It used to just be one kind of ping. Just like basically the back ping. The annoying like shrill high-pitched ping used to be the only one.
Someplace.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you tab here, like, you can see your allies' cooldowns on things. You should be able to see that on the enemy as well. Just the little, whatever you'd call it, the little bar.
Zaya! Hey! Damn, where is she? I hate it when she leaves.
I'm not even sure if I don't even remember if there used to be timestamps in chat.
Ain't nothing I say should be taken seriously. That's why it's the truth.
It's just annoying to have to time all that, like, to just type all that crap in and get everyone on the same page. Like, there's already so many mental things, like, that you need to be doing in League.
You'll never understand our kind until
I mean, that would take some of the power out of really high-level supports, but I think they know, right? I mean, yeah, they seem to know with Jace. being there. He doesn't have TP. They're sniffing out a lot of these ganks. They're just like giving everything up. I don't know. There's something like... I mean, if they're just going to give us this jungle, or this dragon, I guess we can just get the dragon. Oh yeah, I mean, that's another reason to have like normal chat muted, just so you can see the timers faster if you're into that. But it still fills up with pings, you know, even if you don't have the normal chat enabled. We're probably gonna go Locket this game.
Humans claim
It's really good. It kind of sucks because they're all AD with Karthus. I don't know. The Locket's just so clutch against Karthus.
Shut down.
I don't know. I guess we could go Redemption maybe. Redemption just like it can miss, you know. They're almost out of mana. I mean, I'm running pretty low. How are they up in CS? Oh. I hope Sammy comes back. I mean, I know I was a little grumpy at times, but hopefully he doesn't think it was like a super personal thing. I don't know. I shouldn't have let I should have just played it solo. If I'm on a huge loss streak, it's really not great for me to play, because sometimes those games can get a little rough at times, some of the viewer games, because people are just playing on different roles and stuff like that all the time. Maybe we can just go Redemption.
This looks like another dangerous situation.
Um,
Thankfully, I can improvise.
So I should just do it solo when I'm just not in like a great mood. I don't know. I try to get myself out of that funk, but when you lose, like, when you just dodge so many times and you're just like rapidly losing so many games in a row and you're a competitive person, it just doesn't feel good. Like, I try to be as chill as I can about it, but sometimes I just can't not be disappointed in something, you know? And it wasn't even like, like I said, it was my fault. I should have gone to the back of the pit to handle that stuff better, and I made some really bad engage choices. Oh, the double. Okay, at least Karthus didn't get that, so that's good news for us.
Humans talk about their trees. We talk about their minds. When I get sad, if I stop being sad, we all get sad.
But anyway, so if I'll email Sammy and personally apologize him later if he thought I was slighting him or whatever. Obviously, at the time when I said, you know, are you kidding me? Like, I was frustrated they got to Baron, but like I said, I came back and realized, you know, I was the person who had all the gold. I was the person who had all the power. I should have been there. I should have zoned the back of the pit. So, you know, that was really on me that didn't end up better. Might just go for Shrelia's. I mean, I don't know. Redemption is good. I think I might just go for Shrelia's out here.
I think they underestimate my charm.
Yeah, help
How
Eve,
is that
helps me
even
engage,
possible?
helps Eve engage. Redemption, like, if I redemption fast enough, I think Karthus's R is at 3-second channel and redemption's 2.5, so if I'm fast enough, we can make it work, but
I can't wait to see
it
what
probably
I
will
can
be a win. I mean, we'll see. As soon as you get demoted, it's just like, it just feels like they come at you hard until you get demoted when you get to Platinum 1. And then once you get demoted, sometimes you can stabilize, but...
Turret plating will soon fall.
Are we stronger than them? Yeah. Sure.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Can we kill him? Okay, I'm just gonna ward for him then. I should be able to get away.
fun. I need some fun. Why is it taking so long to get back to the action? Let's see what these animals
I could have W'd and then shielded. I wasn't sure if I would need my W though. Yeah, they're gonna get the tier 1. What the fuck is that? Oh my god, that is so troll. It didn't open its eye like the whole time. I mean, it opened it for like 1 millisecond before we got close to it. That's pretty bad. I got like 3 auto attacks without an opened eye when it's charging. I think it should automatically open its eye when it's charging. Pretty troll timing. Well, Caitlyn just got bushed. I mean, you just gotta respect it. Like, once we open up that tower, you know, it's our jungle, basically, at a certain point. I need to get more wards.
Woo! I am so into this. What?
Yeah. Nah, I don't like to cuss people out. I mean, you know, I don't really believe in the whole, like, it makes you less angry to, like, vent. I'm not really a believer in vent theory.
I'm so fine, I gotta kiss my wrist.
Oh my lord. Okay.
Rakan, doing his job.
Okay, well, Eve's going off. I don't remember who was a big fan of Eve yesterday, but this is a game for you. I mean, if Eve gets, like, fed, she is very difficult to stop. Wow, that's not warded?
I dance so fine, I kill.
Nah. I mean, I don't know. I know there's a risk that I could be a little negative, just like even passively negative, you know, like sighing and, you know, looking annoyed and stuff like that. That's why when I, you know, sometimes when I'm on a loss streak, it's just not good to do a viewer's game. Like, I can just play a normal, but it's a lot more vulnerable emotionally when I'm under a heavy loss streak. Although it's not that bad, you know, I think compared to a lot of other people out there, it's still, you know, not ideal. And I try to not be like a fair weather content creator where it's all good, it's all fun, you know, when I'm winning, but it's just terrible when I'm losing, you know, so I try to balance that out as much as I can, but, you know, there's just no way in hiding some degree of frustration or disappointment when you lose, like, you know, 8 games in a row and dodge 5 times over like 2 days or something like that. What? How did that not charm him? Okay. I thought maybe we'd go over the pit there. Okay, I guess I read that wrong. I didn't see the Jace flank. I probably should have warded this. I just totally was not even expecting a Jace flank there.
Legendary.
Heh.
It don't take a lot of words to tell the truth.
Yeah, so anyways, if I do go a little over the line, I at least apologize about it, I think, but anyways, it is something that I actively try to work on, but I just think that, I don't know. There are some people, I think it's hard to just, like, if you care about something, if you're a competitive person about something, not to get a little frustrated with really bad circumstances happening to you over and over and over again, over a short period of time with, like, very little break, you know? Without, like, throwing a win in there every now and then. You know, it just feels like you don't care if you don't get frustrated, at least a little bit. Obviously, there are limits to that, but... And I still, you know, I don't try to displace blame as much as I can. You know, I try to be honest about when I think I could improve. Obviously, I probably don't see everything. But I try to take responsibility for what I think I can take responsibility. But, you know, it is also a, you know, aims to be an educational stream, so... I got stuffed by Nami. Nami's wave is obnoxious. If I had flashed the wave, I maybe could have made a play there. I gotta be better about flashing the wave. I don't think I'm that bad, to be honest, but I know that sometimes people can be sensitive to any sort of negativity. And I'm not saying like Sammy here. I'm not even sure if that's why Sammy was frustrated. I'm just saying in general, sometimes people can be like, wow, this guy's tilting. It's like, really? You think that's tilting? Or like, that's like mad or something? Have you watched a League of Legends stream? But that could be any sort of stream. Or even if you watch, like, you know, if you could watch, like, Insider... Wow. If you could, like, get inside of, like, a football, you know, locker room, or get inside the heads of every football player or any other, you know, competitive sport player, you just can't get into their heads as much as you can, like a streamer a lot of times, and you don't have the spotlight on them. But, like, anyone in any competitive support that's trying to play it, you know, at a certain level is gonna have a degree of frustration over bad things, right? Like, sometimes that stuff spills into the media and you can see it, but, like, you don't have time to kind of collect yourself a little bit, you know, before you go in front of the, you know, the post-game press and stuff like that. It's just the camera's always on you. And you're expected to, you know, describe your thoughts kind of at all times. So I think sometimes it can feel like streaming or things like League of Legends is sort of a toxic community, but, and it can be, but I think that just being competitive and being frustrated or disappointed if you, you know, like, there are ways to do that in sort of a respectful or ethical way, but I think sometimes people just don't understand the difference there, because it could seem like, well, sports teams aren't that way, or, you know, such and such other competitive professional things not that way, but I think that it's that way probably with most things and most competitors. So yeah, like I said, I try to manage it, because at the same time I know people don't like toxicity, like I said. Most people don't. So or negativity. I don't like negativity either. So, you know, I try to balance it as well as I can, but just being a competitive, you know, person in general, there'll be some times where I just can't fake being super happy if I'm like 0-8 in 2 days. You need to wait on Eve to get a pick here. I mean, okay, these guys are well, Eve's kind of isolated. Really? How the fuck? Oh my god. Eve's dead, isn't she? We just need to get out of here, man. Eve's dead. I've already failed everything. Jesus Christ, that guy wants me dead. What? Azir failed, I failed, Eve failed, just everybody failed right there, so that wasn't good. We just gave a massive shutdown. And we lost Soul. Eve shouldn't have been that deep. Push this, just push it. Eve can probably kill her. I missed my W there. That could have been rough. Alright, we'll probably just get Redemption Finals. Here's the comeback.
I looking this good?
It's a huge wave. Are we gonna give it to Poppy? What? Like, where's Misfortune going? Okay, there we go. Hold up, Eve's got to get her wolves. You need to be very careful.
Live in the moment.
He's got to let his ear get pressured top, I suppose. Yeah. Just give Eve a little playground here where she can.
Sure, I'm supposed to scout around.
Heel to the face.
I mean, it's annoying that we have to spend this much time on him.
Shut down. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Heel the.
It's all right. Staying alive.
Can we?
I don't need anything.
She's gonna come over here and ward this.
I need
Okay,
my
let's,
love to
she's
hurt.
gonna. Whoa, I can't move. What the?
World to be scary.
Why are we not all like going for
I feel
this?
good.
Fucking guys, Jesus Christ! We gave up all. We could have completely killed the Nami or whoever there. Well, we gotta give it to him. Why did we give up, like, 3 vision? Why are we fighting this? We had pressure top lane. God damn it. That just makes me want to pull my hair out. Like, we had full vision control over this. They have to face check it. We have pressure top lane. We have an assassin who can one-shot. And we let them walk in, clean out all the vision, and get position on Dragon. The most overpowered dragon in the game. The, like, I win buff. And, like, your support's sitting there pinging it. Like, what? It should not happen.
An enemy has been slain.
I mean, we can still win, but Jesus, like macro's just so bad with this elo.
I was worried there for a second.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that wasn't the play, but just get this? There's no tower there.
I think Zaya told me to improvise. At least, that's the only part of the plan I remember.
Okay, good. Azir figured it out.
Destroyed an inhibitor.
Can we do that? Eve takes it quickly, right?
They will see me. They will see my dance.
Is there a control ward there? I thought it was, yeah, there's a ward there. We can at least bait it. Eve, just come here, dude. They have to come check.
Killing spree.
They either check or they give you the Baron. I mean, you don't actually have to do the Baron sometimes. You can just check it. We can kill this thing. It's just gonna take a little bit, but we can get him.
It's all
Would've been nice if we had the
filthy
water,
and dangerous.
but
And that's why I love it. I am a chronic line stepper. I'm offended by how
damn, I wasted a lot of stuff to try to save the Eve there. We just win. Yeah, they're all chasing. They just hit 3 people chasing Poppy. May not even need to kill him. Hey Sam, sorry I didn't see your question early. Samuel 856. I mean I have played XCOM in the past. I liked the remake for XCOM, the one that was like released in 2012 and the DLC in 2013 or 14, I think, something like that. So those are both good. Enemy Within. The second one was okay. I just didn't play through it as much. I thought it was an alright game. It's just I can't really play a lot of those games. I just don't have time, so I'm always making stuff for the channel. I thought I was just at 70. No, I was at 72. That's correct. What time is it? 3:08. I think that might actually have to be it, because I do have to grade tonight, which is, yeah, what is this victory? But yeah, I did like XCOM, Civilization, Civ 5 was a ton of fun. Civ 6 is probably okay. I really, really dislike the art style, but it was an okay game. And then like Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is pretty fun. But anyways, that's going to be it. Okay, so thank y'all very much. Hopefully I didn't slip into too much negativity. I try to, at least put a little zest on it, a little spin, a little sarcasm occasionally if I do feel like I have to be. I don't have to be, but if I do feel like I'm slipping into negativity a little bit. So we'll come back tomorrow. It's fine. It just happens. Everybody has lost streaks. I'm not a special snowflake. I know this happens to everybody, so... I always get stuff, or I very often get stuff back into perspective quickly. Like I said, sometimes it's just like, it can be a little rough sometimes. And I'm sure there were lots of other games I would like too. I just don't have time, unfortunately, because like I said, it's all channel stuff. It's basically all channel stuff, teaching, and family, and like friends, and that's about all I ever have time for. But I do like those other games. If I could get a bigger audience, or at least the frustration on the grades, everybody fails. They don't need help with that this semester. God bless their hearts. I mean, the ones that show up are actually doing really well. It's just the attendance is just such a massive problem this semester, and just people not turning stuff in. But they don't need my help to unleash the grade issues. Wait, you on that WoW? Hey, are you on that classic WoW, Selly, or are you on that, what do they call it? Retail. WoW is actually pretty fun. I don't guess WoW counts as much of a strategy game, but, I did like WoW in the past. I just don't think I can do it with all the other stuff I have going on. I really, really thought about doing, like, some vanilla, but... There's just no way I have time. I need to do my dissertation. I haven't even been working on that much, but that's really like one of the big keys that I need to like get done in the next year or so. That's undergrad now. So, well, yeah, it's just been particularly bad this semester, but it is what it is. I do the best that I can to help them, but at the end of the day, some people they just won't. They're just not ready to be in college, and that's fine. I mean, it's tough. I know it's tough out there for kids like to show up because you just haven't. A lot of them just haven't had to do that, where no one's really going to care if you're out till 3 a.m. and you skip all your classes the next day because you ran into this cute girl at the bar or something, or you wanted to stay up raiding until 5 a.m. or something, or, just whatever's going on, like, you just don't feel like going in. Most professors aren't even going to care. Like, I start sending them emails if they miss a lot, and I'm like, hey, you sure you want to show up, or do you want to show up? Like, you can still pass and things like that. And sometimes, like, I had to heart this one girl. She gave me a real sad story this semester. She had a bunch of personal stuff going on and blah, blah, blah. And she missed all these classes, hadn't turned anything in, and this is like a month into the class. And I was just like, hey, we can get you back on track. You can still pass this point. You just got to work on the stuff, turn it in. I will reduce the penalty a little bit on the absences because she was really nice and, she's smart enough to pass the class. Everyone's smart enough to pass English 101, honestly. At most universities, everybody's smart enough to pass that. You just have to show up and do it. Like, not everyone get an A, but everyone can pass. Especially, like, I allow revisions. Like, a lot of stuff is just, like, completion grades, like daily writing stuff is a completion grade. You get multiple drafts. I do one-on-one conferences with everybody. I do everything I possibly can to get people to pass other than just turn a blind eye to absences because the department won't let us do that and I want to keep my job. Is Sammy mad at me? I don't know. I hope not. Like I said, I'll send him a personal email just in case he's mad or disappointed or whatever. Or I offended him or something. I really was not my intent. I mean, I was frustrated that he missed the smite, but at the end of the day, like I said, I should have zoned him. I mean, he's playing on like 300 ping, and he's not a jungle main. I should have zoned the Rek'Sai better. Like, that was my fault, and I said that several times. So hopefully, you know, hopefully I didn't come off as too mean or dirtbag. It wasn't my intent, but, you know, how someone feels is how somebody feels. That's subjective. So I'll apologize to him, and hopefully he'll come back. Hopefully he'll come in and chat and hang out with us. Sometimes, you know, sometimes he takes a little break. He has taken a break in the past, and then he, you know, will find his way back to hanging out with us, because we all obviously really like him here on the channel. He's great guy, great presence. It is fun to play with him, you know. Like I said, it was really just a me problem. Like, I had too many losses. I was frustrated at the time, and I was perhaps just a pinch, just a sprinkle of salt more than usual in that game. I honestly don't think I was that bad, and most of the time I was frustrated with myself, but either way, I'll email him. I'll let him know. Hopefully we get him back in here. I feel pretty confident we can work it out. Well, I doubt you're too dumb, Evan. I mean, honestly, you can go to a state school and get a humanities degree, you know, a psych degree, an English degree, or something like that, if you just show up and attend classes. But at the same time, I don't think everyone has to go to college to be successful, right? Like, plumbers, electricians, mechanics, there are all sorts of trade jobs or union jobs or whatever that pay really well, have nice benefits. There was an elevator repairman when I was, like, conferencing with students in the library. They're working on our elevator, and I don't remember. He just randomly said something to me. I was telling a student to work on the draft over the weekend. He's like, don't do it. You know, just kind of laughing or whatever. He's like, you go out and have fun. You're young, or something like that. And I'm like, well, yeah, go out and have fun, but, you know, maybe think of it every now and then. He's like, nah, or something. He was just kind of laughing. And then he just randomly started telling me something or other. I don't remember. And he said he was going to, like, he was on track with his pension. He looked like he was probably, like, in his 20s. He said he could probably, like, retire when he was, like, I don't know, 53 or something, with a pension and all this other stuff. I'm like, way better than I'm going to get. And he, you know, probably never went to college. And I've got, you know, working on a PhD and stuff like that. So, anyways, I think college is a good vehicle for certain things that you need to do, that you want to do. But I don't think everybody has to go, and I don't think everyone should go. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I say that as a college, you know, instructor. I hope that's what the interpretation was, DM. I hope he was just frustrated with himself and not me, because hopefully by now he knows that we love him on the channel, and if ever there's anything even remotely negative that I say about him, that I don't mean it, that there's probably a misunderstanding, or at the very absolute worst case scenario, a lapse of judgment on my part from lack of sleep or other context. It's never Sammy. We're never mad at Sammy. It's never personal, obviously, as it never is with basically anyone in the community for the most part, right? Well, Carlos just said he didn't go to college and he is successful. So I think he's saying the opposite, to be honest. But he's just saying he might want to go back for some different opportunities. Nice. I mean, that's good. And the debt is definitely a huge thing. Like I said. Anyways, okay. Well, that's going to be it. Thank y'all very much. Sorry I have to check out a little bit early. We, you know, if I didn't have to grab all these papers, we could have done 1 or 2 more games. But we'll come in tomorrow, you know, try to make a climb back to P1. Not that big of a deal. If we just keep playing well, and I think we have played well consistently, it will add up. We do have, you know, an off game or two every now and then, but I think we are definitely playing well enough to get to D4. We just have to play enough games to get that. Well, I mean, I'm reading what he said. I mean, it doesn't it doesn't matter. It doesn't. I don't think that's what he intended. But anyways, okay, that's gonna be it. Thank y'all very much. We'll be back tomorrow around 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we'll see everybody next time. Have a good day.